Record. We are now recording. Thank you, everyone, for telling me where you're from. I have a map of the Philippines, and I print this out, and I'm going to pin your face to exactly where you all live. So this way, when I come to visit again, maybe we can connect. So just a couple of tips here, what I like, what most people that you're going to be trying to target in the United States, like when you turn on your video camera. Okay, I like to see, especially when I'm giving a presentation, I like to see people's faces. It tells me that you're actually there. And it makes me feel good. And that's just one of the tips that I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to give you a bunch of tips on how to maximize the opportunities that are here in the United States. And a lot of it, unfortunately, will mean stepping out of your comfort zone. There's no way around that. If you want to be successful, you're going to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. If you're happy with where you are right now, then don't step out of your comfort zone. One thing I learned is if you want different results, you got to do something different. If you think you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again and get different results, that's what I heard is the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing. Yeah, Kathy, you think that's funny, right? It's the truth. It's the truth. So, I have been working with Philippine people now. If you heard Janine, if you were here, Janine was our first hire. She was a graphic designer who I just found out doesn't even like doing graphic design. So yeah, she's evolved. Now she's our director of marketing. That was in November. It'll be 3 years that she's put up with me. And she's seen me grow, I've seen her grow, and I've gotten to know a little bit about the Philippine culture. And I'll tell you right now, for decades, I tried to scale my business. I'm an entrepreneur. I happen to have a CPA license. And, being an entrepreneur, we're always trying new things, different things, anything that's going to help us grow our business. And I was moderately successful. And what I found out, my mistake was I kept hiring people that were just like me. They were entrepreneurs, and I thought that's what I was supposed to do. No, what I needed to do was connect with the right people that complemented my talents, and I found you all in the Philippines. And I'll go through my my slides and you'll get to know a little bit more about me. But everybody on our Bedrock team, and right now we're at 12 full-time, and we have 4 or 5 interns. So that's in less than 3 years. And everybody on our team steps out of their comfort zone on a daily basis. So that's just something that I've learned. And having your video on, participating every chance that you get is a way to market yourself. And just turning on your video for a short workshop like this is consider it practice. It's like practice. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. It wasn't too long ago that I couldn't do a workshop like this. I was nervous. I was afraid I would make myself look foolish. I stumbled over my words, and it took a lot of practice. And that wasn't too long ago. It wasn't too long ago, and I have documentation to prove it. I have a lot of videos. I had a bad background. I wore the wrong kind of clothes. But little by little, I got better at it. So if we're all ready, I hear people are still coming in, and let's see, how many people do we actually have here? Wow, we're close to 100. I think my limit is 100. I'm not sure. So anyway, let's get on to it. So everything, now we're up to 91. Let's see if we can get past a 93. Okay, we'll find out. So today we're going to talk about my current favorite topic is the Untapped Goldmine workshop. How being a Filipino tax preparer will open the gates of success. Now, let me clarify that. A lot of you might already be Filipino tax preparers. You might have clients in the Philippines. You might even have some clients in the US. Some of you might be working for a US accounting firm. I don't know, but what specifically I'm going to be talking about is the unlimited, amazing opportunity to do US tax returns for US business owners, US individuals. And I like to call it the perfect storm of opportunity. And why is it the perfect storm? Because there's a lot of different things that have been happening over the decades. This didn't just happen. It's been evolving. Part of it is the fact that the biggest part of it is the fact that we just don't have enough good tax preparers. There's not enough tax professionals to begin with. Forget about good. So just to find somebody to do your tax return if you own a business is tough. Finding somebody good is even tougher. So that's the first thing. And there's good reasons why there's not enough accountants. And it goes back to when I first started, accounting was the subject. That's what everybody wanted to be, an accountant. If you wanted to be in business, you want to be a CPA. It opened the doors. You didn't even have to be an accountant, but if you wanted to be a bank president, being a CPA was prestigious. And then what happened was computers, desktop computers, and the internet. It became not so attractive to become an accountant. People had other choices. They could go into technology. They could, write their own ticket. There were a lot more opportunities that were a lot more attractive. So people stopped going to school to be an accountant, and they went into other fields. Working in an accounting firm for a young college graduate was not attractive. What they were offering was, okay, you're 22, 23, you just graduated, we need to work 60, 70, 80 hours a week during tax season. We're not going to pay you that much because you have no experience. And who wants to sign up for that? Who wants to sign up for that? The biggest problem today facing accounting firms is that we can't find talent. We can't find talent. If I could have, I wouldn't have had to go to the Philippines. I wouldn't, and believe me, I've tried hiring people all over the world, including the United States. So that's part of the opportunity. It's just a total lack of good accountants here. A lot of, out of 30 million businesses in the United States, it's over 30 million now. 26 million of them are sole proprietors. That means they have no corporate structure. They're individual business owners, and they can't find an accountant. So what do? Most of them wind up doing their own taxes. It's hard enough to do somebody's taxes when you do it all the time. So a lot of times people come to us, they don't have an accountant. A lot of times they don't even prepare their returns. They're just in the dark. They're in the dark. So that's what we're going to talk about today. My goal when I started Bedrock was to help those 26 million individuals, those small business owners. I had no idea it was going to lead me to the Philippines. So that's where we are. So let's talk about this now. What are you going to get from sticking around till the end? Okay, you're going to get all the information that I have about this business. And like I said, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm still trying to figure out how to use Zoom. I've only been using it for about 4 years now. So if you see me turning my head, it's because I'm trying to figure something out here. What are you going to gain? I'm going to give you some insights as to what's going on here now. I've already given you a little bit of it. I'm going to give you stuff that you could do right now, including I have posted in the chat two worksheets. You should download it now. If it's gone all the way to the top, I'll put it in there again if somebody reminds me. And these things, that this information, those worksheets, everything about this workshop, my goal is to help you put money in your pocket. That's the bottom line. You know, like and I'll keep reminding you, I am an entrepreneur. The end game is always to create a profit and have positive cash flow. That's what's going to impact your career, your life. The knowledge is important, but unless you put it to use, it's worthless. And like I started to say, I'm an entrepreneur, and this is a business. Accounting, tax preparation is a business. It's a business where we get to serve other businesses. And the reason why I'm saying that is too many accountants out there don't even realize that they're in a business. They don't run their own business well. And that's a problem. It's a problem because think about it. Small business owners are going to their accountant for advice. So if you're going to, if you want somebody to fix your car, you want to go to a mechanic that knows how to fix their car. So millions and millions of business owners are going to somebody they think can advise them, but they're in no position to. And how do I know this? I know this from my 40 plus years of experience. We get plenty of clients all the time that come from not even small accounting firms, big accounting firms with partners and staffs and big offices. And their tax returns are all mangled. They're just, they're giving garbage tax returns. And that's another reason why this is such a great opportunity for people that are just entering the market. There's no competition. There's no competition, literally. It's a good business. It's a great business if you know how to run a business. Okay, next slide. This is what I'm talking about. Which way do you go when you start a business? And freelancing, believe it or not, is a business. And we hit the 100 mark. We hit the 100 mark. So obviously there's an interest in this. So first off, if you're not a freelancer, if you're just getting into this, if you have a full-time job, a brick and mortar job, and you decide you want to be a freelancer, you're in your own business. Even if you're working full-time for a firm. And what do I mean by that? It's time management. People that work at Bedrock are on what we call flex time. I don't have my people clock in. I know that they're doing their work because I see the results. So what I'm going to give you here is the clear direction. Clear direction. I know one of my friends, Marianne, who has the Accounting People's Facebook group. She attracts a lot of newbies, a lot of people that just want to become freelancers. And I lost my train of thought on that one, sorry, but I'll get back to it. Yeah. Your culture, the Philippine culture, gives you a unique opportunity. And why do I say that? Because when I started working with our team, what I realized was it is the culture. It is the culture, your work ethic, your faith, your family orientation, the fact that, you know, everybody that I've met so far is like a sponge for knowledge. And I'm sure, you know, you can't put everybody in one basket, but the people that I have met, the people on our team, it was the perfect match for what we do. And most important, I think, is that everyone I've met is teachable, very, very teachable. And I just remembered what I was going to say in the last slide. Marianne, so Marianne's group, she had 1,500 people in it when I met her. She actually worked for Bedrock for a month, and then she resigned because she saw that there was no way she was going to be able to devote the amount of time. She felt like she was going to slow us down. And she had this group of 1,500 accountants that wanted to learn how to get into the freelancing business. So we put together a course, and we're still doing courses a year and a half later, and we'll talk about that. But seeing how popular it was, there's a lot of other courses out there. So she started promoting them in her group. Endless courses, and that becomes a problem too, because if you're just getting into this, you're faced with which direction do I go in? Do I learn Australian taxation? Do I learn real estate? Do I learn e-commerce? There's a lot of options, and that could be confusing. So hopefully by the end of this workshop, it'll be a lot less confusing. So yeah, for American accountants, the Philippine islands, I think you have over like 7,000 islands there, is a solution. It's a solution. I've already introduced myself. I've told you a lot about me. This is some of the facts. The fact that I'm an entrepreneur explains why I've had 4 different kinds of accounting practices. The first one, when I opened my first office, was all about solving tax problems. That was my background. I came from a firm where I handled a lot of different types of tax problems, tax audits, negotiations with the IRS, with the state, and I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing it. So that's what I focused on when I first got into, when I opened my first office. And after a couple of years, I started getting depressed because I realized all I was doing was I was helping people that had a lot of problems. Not only did they have tax problems, the tax problems was only a symptom. A lot of them had other issues, and it was just not the kind of business I wanted to be in the rest of my life. So the next practice that I went in a different direction, I went into QuickBooks. I started training people on how to use QuickBooks. And this was when QuickBooks was still fairly new. Accountants didn't like it, but business owners liked it, and they bought into the lie that Intuit gave them, that they could save money by doing their own bookkeeping. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I realized I wasn't helping them. The last thing a business owner should be doing is their own bookkeeping. So I went from teaching people how to do QuickBooks, and I got a lot of clients that way, a lot. I always was able to get clients. Getting clients was never the problem. So after a couple of years of teaching people how to do QuickBooks, I went in a different direction. I found this technology called RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, which meant that I could do accounting from anywhere. I could do it remotely. So I put QuickBooks on my server, and I stopped teaching people how to do QuickBooks, but we used it. Our clients did not go into QuickBooks. We forbade them. They were not allowed to go into QuickBooks. That wasn't their job. We did it. We controlled the whole accounting process, and that worked. And over the decades, I evolved my business. It evolved from doing small businesses to fairly larger businesses. And basically I found myself, before I started Bedrock, I was doing business helping basically rich white men, construction owners, trucking companies, and it again, I looked at what I was doing, looking at the rest of my life, and I said, that's not what I want my legacy to be. I want to help people. And that led me to those 26 million small business owners that are really getting taken advantage of. They're overpaying their taxes. They get into trouble, trouble that they shouldn't be getting into. So what we do now my business is Bedrock. We help specifically, we go after those unincorporated business owners, and we help guide them in a lot of different ways. Over the years, like I said, I've tried every kind of marketing gimmick that I could possibly try. Some of them worked, a lot of them didn't. I'm going to talk about the ones that did work today. I've trained, it might even be thousands of people now. I don't keep track of that, but all through these years, what I found, the common denominator was I was always teaching people. I've been able to, with help from my consultants, from my mentor, from my coaches, we've been able to build a world-class team. And like I said, it's probably more than tripled my business. Now we're going on over 2 years. That's a pretty good feat. And it's a testament to my team, because if I could have done it myself, it would have been done. Your takeaways from this workshop. Number one, I'm going to help you identify the different types of opportunities here, because there are different types. It's not just, one size fits all. You could actually decide, believe it or not, what kind of work you want to do. You could decide who you want to work for. What kind of person do you want to work for? That's important. That's important. It's a much better way to go into the day doing something that you've chosen, instead of just putting a blurb out there, a resume, applying for a job and just working. What I like to do is help people design a career. And I like to think that that's what we've done for everybody in our team. And now hundreds and hundreds of students that have gone through our courses that, we've offered students positions and they turned us down because they were too busy. So I know what we're doing is working. And I'm going to help you identify what is going to be your best chance of success. One of them is identifying your specialty. I told you about the 4 different kinds of accounting practices I had. And different because at each stage, I was specializing. I always specialized. So you want to have a specialty. You want to have a niche. And it could be almost anything. It could be, listen, I'm a zero expert. I'm great at doing zero. I'm a construction accounting expert. I'm a real estate expert. But you got to find something that is in your wheelhouse. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do work for other kinds of businesses, but you want to be a specialist. And I'm going to show you how you can become an expert in any niche that you choose. You want to segment your revenue. What do I mean by that? I know I have, probably 10 different sources of revenue. We do our classes. I sell books. We do events. Okay. But I know that our bread and butter is our monthly CFO program. That's important, because if I know where my revenue is coming from, I know what I want to specialize in. More importantly, I know what my message is supposed to be. Defining your market. Okay. So again, you could go geographic. The United States, we have 50 different states. Every state has different rules and regulations. Some states are very, very aggressive, like California. There's a lot of things going on in California that you could decide, hey, I want to be a specialist in employee versus non-employee compensation. Why? Because California is turning a lot of those sole proprietors into employees, and there's a big ripple effect. So you could say, hey, I'm going to help all these millions of businesses in California deal with this issue, because most of them, they don't know how to deal with it. A lot of them don't even know that they have a problem until it becomes a problem. And obviously your strategy. Now, I gave you those handouts. It's called a definite chief aim. We're going to talk about that, but that's going to help you with all of these. You need to have a foundation. That goes with any kind of business. And again, accounting, I'm going to show you how you build a foundation. It starts with what we call a core values. Everybody has core values. We state them right up front before we hire somebody. We show them these are our core values. If you want to go and work for somebody that doesn't have core values, it might not work out too well. So you want to find a company, a person that aligns with your core values. That's how you build a foundation. That's how you build a business. And that's just one pillar. Okay, your core values. Communication. Communicating with who you're working with, who you're working for. It always comes down to communication. It always comes down to relationships and communication. In other words, you want to know what your desired outcome is with every situation. If you could define that, you have a much better chance of success. Okay, let's talk a little bit about qualifications and certifications. We do a couple of certified courses, and all that really means is you've gone through our course, you've done the project or the assignments, whatever they are. You stuck it out, and we give you a certificate of completion. That's great, but like I said, the certificate is not going to put money in your pocket. The certificates might open the doors for you. For instance, we have an enrolled agent program right now. Accountants would, and that's part of the opportunity here. So we encourage anybody that signed up for our enrolled agent course that they put it in their information that you're an enrolled agent trainee. Okay. So yeah, the certifications matter. It shows that, hi, Belle, how are you? I see you there. The certifications show that you're out there. You're in the business, you're in the profession. So, and I could tell you right now, QuickBooks certificate, that doesn't mean too much. Not to me. I don't know what it means to. I like Xero. And I only started using Xero last week when over half our students was using Xero. And I actually got certified in Xero. And I'll tell you what, so the certification actually doesn't mean that much. Because I got the certification, I still didn't even know where to start with Xero. But it showed, and I did that just to show people that I could do it. And now I have a 0 certification on my resume. Okay, so let's talk about the comprehensive business plan. The last comprehensive business plan I did was when I was doing that remote desktop protocol. I did a 200-page detailed business plan. And after a couple of years, I realized it wasn't worth the paper it was printed on. Because right now, I should be like a trillionaire. I should be one of the world's richest people if that business plan actually worked. You got to make a lot of assumptions, a lot of guesses, and a business plan like that is good for a company that wants to go public or raise capital. I don't do comprehensive business plans anymore. I do a 1-page definite chief aim. I did the last one I did was about 12 years ago. I still have it. It's kept me on track. It was all about helping small business owners. That's what I came up with. So those worksheets will show you there's two versions of it. A definite chief aim was a phrase coined by Napoleon Hill. Okay, I'm going to give you 4 recommended books that have helped shape my life and my career. The first one is called The Science of Getting Rich. If you ever watched The Secret, the movie, it was really popular about 15 years ago, I think. The movie was based on The Science of Getting Rich. It's a really easy read. It's less than 100 pages, and I could actually I could send it to you. If you just email me, I have my own version of The Science of Getting Rich. It's in the public domain now. It's free. Once a book's been out there for so many years, it actually becomes free. So I could get you a copy of that. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That's where I got a definite chief aim from. And there's actually, he has he's got a bunch of books. The first book was called The Law of Success. And that's the version that I use to do my definite chief aim. He's got another outline in Think and Grow Rich, which is shorter. I did the long version. So either version, you're still going to come out with a 3-paragraph business plan, not a detailed plan, but an outline. And as long as you could change it, but like I said, mine hasn't changed. I look at it and the way I got to where I am today wasn't how I planned it, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm exactly where I wanted to be, which was helping. So my definite chief aim, I'll be transparent with you. When I read The Law of Success, which was right after I read The Science of Getting Rich, I had this epiphany. I had a moment, I'll never forget it. I said, I want to teach people these principles. And in my definite chief aim, I wrote that I wanted to teach millions of people all over the world the principles of the science of getting rich and the law of success. And I didn't know how I was going to do that in an accounting practice. And I actually tried to become like a motivational coach, and I didn't know how I could do it with bookkeeping. But that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing basic bookkeeping and teaching people these principles. The other cog in the wheel is your network. Okay, the people, I heard this quote, and I'm not sure what it was a guy named Zig Ziglar. And he said, the 5 people that you spend the most time with defines who you are. I don't know if that's exactly true, But I started surrounding myself with people that were very successful. And guess what? I watched what they did, I listened to what they did, and I replicated what they did. So nothing that I've done is new, none of these strategies, but they put me in, they helped me go down a path. Okay, and little by little, I saw everything evolving and turning out into what we have today, our bedrock business builders business. I'm going to give you some marketing tips that are guaranteed to work. Guaranteed. Now, these items here are nothing new, but you still have to utilize them. You should be on social media. It's a way for you to connect with people all over the world. There's ways to do it. You don't want to sell people. I get people all the time, they private message me, I'm looking for a job, I want to do this, I want to, no, that doesn't work. What you want to do in social media is identify where you want to be, who you want to do it with, and how you're going to do it. Okay, so let's say you want to work for a CPA firm doing tax returns. So you can go onto LinkedIn and find those firms. It's easy. It's easy. All the information is there. You find out who you want to work for. You connect with them. You like their post. You comment on their post. You become a follower. I can't tell you how many people I wound up doing business with through the internet, through Facebook, through LinkedIn, that did exactly that. They connected with me. They didn't just try to pitch me. Okay, people don't want to be sold to. So does it take longer? Yeah, it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer than just going on onlinejobs.ph and looking for a job. It's going to take longer than going on, what's the other one? There's another big one. It used to be called Elance. Anyway, it's a longer process, but the results will be much bigger. So search engine optimization. I used to think that this was a mystery, and it used to be a mystery. It used to be a mystery when Google let you do all kinds of tricks with hidden words, keywords, and all that. It's not a mystery anymore. There is no fooling Google. There's no fooling the search engines. What all you have to do is, if you find your niche, let's say it's real estate. I know that I have a student, I don't know if she's here, her name is Malona. I hope she doesn't mind that I'm calling her out. But Malona is a real estate accounting expert. We share one client, they have a lot of properties, and I see her all the time on social media talking about real estate accounting. What is that going to do? It's going to put, if somebody needs an accountant that knows real estate, she has a better chance of being found. Not only that, it shows that she's an expert. Just talking about a topic, you become an expert. You could write a book. Believe it or not, anybody could write a book. It's not easy, but if you have any kind of experience, any kind of knowledge, you can write a book. Book doesn't have to be 200 pages. The book could be 20 pages, believe it or not. You could write a little ebook. All of that goes into the SEO. You can, for free, this doesn't cost you a penny. You can become an Amazon author. You can get an Amazon author page. Put your ebook up there, and right away, you're an instant expert. instant expert. Now, if you go to Amazon and you Google my name, you'll see I have a bunch of books up there. Some of them were co-authored. So some of the books that I'm listed in, I only wrote one chapter in. All of this contributes to your search engine optimization. If you do a Google search on me, you'll probably see LinkedIn come up. That's not a mistake. I mean, that was by design. That's by design. So one way you could see if any of this is working for you is Google your own name. See if you come up. That's how I learned to do internet marketing. Real content, no tricks, consistency. I spent years, I started out explaining that 4 years ago, I couldn't, I mean, I did workshops like this, but it was way out of my comfort zone. I made a lot of mistakes. I did Facebook Lives every day for a long time. And nobody was following me. Nobody commented on my lives, or so I thought. I thought nobody was watching, but the truth is a lot of people were watching. It just took a while to get traction. After a while, people started commenting, liking what I was talking about. Do you know today we get leads from YouTube videos I did years ago? Years, it took years, believe it or not, but that's what it takes. I have a foundation now. I have a following. A call to action. You always need a call to action, no matter what it is. What's a call to action? You put it in, it's like tennis or ping pong, whatever you like. You volley the ball over to their court. Okay, you put the ball in their court. You say, listen, I have this amazing free offer. All you got to do is click this button. That's what a call to action is. It could be anything. It could be, listen, let's follow up next week. Let me give you a proposal. And you want to have control of the process. That's what a call to action is. Affiliate programs. I love writing affiliate checks. We have a bunch of affiliates. Some of our students become affiliates, and sometimes they've made more money as an affiliate than they make with their clients, believe it or not. So you could create an affiliate program. Anybody could create an affiliate program. What does that mean? It means, listen, you send me a bookkeeping client, I'll give you 10%. It works. It works. Host webinars like this. I see a bunch of people that do webinars, people in Marianne's group, people that I've met along the way. It's work, but it'll get you out there. Like I said, I started doing these webinars a long time ago, and I was terrible at them. I was terrible. Why? Because I was doing my own slideshows. I didn't have a graphic designer, but little by little, I got better. I got better, and then I started hiring team members. So yeah, you could do a webinar. Anyone can. How do you grow your business? So I'm going to give you a tip right now to start your business. If you have no clients, this is tried and true, proven strategy. It works every time. I haven't looked at the numbers, but I'm going to guess that 90% of our new clients come from people we already know, come from referrals. So all this internet marketing and stuff, yeah, that puts us out there. That'll put you out there. It'll get people to notice. People that you couldn't normally reach. Everybody knows somebody in business. Now, the disadvantage that you have is you're not actually in the United States. And this is all about doing taxes for people in the United States. But I know a lot of you might have family in the United States. You might have friends in the United States. So I'm going to challenge you right now. All you got to do is let them know that you're looking for business. All you have to do is say, listen, I'm starting my own freelancing career. And if you know anybody that could use my services, let me know. And sometimes people like getting paid for that. That's where your affiliate program comes in. Guaranteed. I had a small group of people I was teaching bookkeeping business. This was about 10 years ago. All of them wanted to become bookkeepers. And I said, I'm going to make one challenge, and next week you're going to come back to me and tell me what the results were. And the challenge was to just tell 5 people that they were becoming a bookkeeper and they were looking for bookkeeping work. All of them came back with leads. One of them, it was her brother. Her brother was a plumber. And she said, I'm starting my own bookkeeping business. Would you become a client? And his reaction was, I hate doing bookkeeping. I would love to have somebody do my bookkeeping. See, he was one of those 26 million people that needed a bookkeeper. He needed an accountant. And it was that easy. All you got to do is ask. All I have to do, because now I have a large network, we don't have an issue getting new clients. They just come. When you get to where we are, it's known, we have, and it's not all our clients. There's a few select clients that just keep sending us friends. See, when you do a good job, especially in accounting, people will talk about you. The thing is, you got to let them know that you're accepting new clients. I can't tell you how many times somebody called me up and said, can you do me a favor? I have this friend that's struggling with their business. Would you be able to talk to them? Think about that. They feel like I'm doing them a favor by them sending me somebody. The reason is a lot of people, if they know you're good, they think you don't have the time. They think you don't have the time. So a couple of weeks ago, our accounting director, Luz, said, we need more clients. We want more clients. So I went out, I told a couple of our clients, I said, listen, I'm looking for new clients again. Right away, I start getting names. See, our problem isn't getting clients anymore. It's being able to service all the clients we have. That's why we have 12 people. We have 7 full-time accountants now. We have 4 interns, 4 or 5, I lose track. And it's not easy. When you get a new client, there's a lot of legwork to get them up to date. So it's not like we can just keep getting clients. We're growing, but it's at a pace. It's at a pace. But there is no shortage of business out there. Hi, Marianne, I see you. Thank you for joining. Would you like to say something?
No, I was having a hard time to get in. there's a stampede outside. So thank you
I
so
know,
much for those.
I know. I used to have 500 people. I think I might have to upgrade this. But you could see, there's a lot of interest. You know this, it started with you after you resigned on us. But did we lose her? I think we might have
Oh,
lost
I'm
Mary.
here.
Ah,
No,
okay.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Just go
so I don't
ahead.
know if you were here when I was mentioning about your Facebook group and how we started teaching people and it's just snowballed. So anyway, so that's, the best marketing is with the people that you know. That's why they say your net worth is your network. Pay attention to it. And also, don't discount anyone. Don't discount. I got one of my biggest clients, and this was a while ago. This was like 25 years ago. I did this wonderful retired. I don't want to call her. She was older. Okay, I don't like calling people old ladies. She wasn't an old lady. She was older. She had a big family. I would see her once a year and just do her personal tax return. You can't, that's the smallest client that you could possibly have. She didn't make a lot of money. She was retired, but I always enjoyed going to see her. She was a pleasure. One day she calls me and says, listen, my grandson is opening a restaurant. Would you be able to help him? Yeah, it turned out he was fourth generation seafood business. His family had big seafood businesses for decades. That came from a little old lady that I only saw her once a year. So don't discount anyone. You don't know where your next client is going to come from. Okay, so this is a duplicate. Like I said, your strategic plan is your definite chief aim. It's simple. Simple works. Let's talk about your success factors. There's a reason why I capitalize your. What I do on a daily basis is different from what you might do. The things that drive me are going to be different than what drives you. What you need to do is find out what drives you. And that's what your definite chief aim is going to help you with. It's going to identify your motivating factors. See, right now, when my kids, I have 3 children, 3 adult children, when they were little, that was my driving factor. There was no doubt about it. I could get up at 5 in the morning, work until 12 at night because I had 3 children to take care of. Okay, that's what drove me. Today, it's different. It's different. Okay, one of them is to make a difference in those 26 million people's lives. Another one is to empower the people in the Philippines. See, I'm what they call a connector. Connectedness is my #1 strength. And what I see is a serious connection between what's going on in the United States with those 26 million people and what's going on in the Philippines. It drives me every day. And the more I do it, the better it gets. So once you see, I found my wheelhouse. And really, and this is what it came down to. It wasn't anything outside of me that was going to make me successful. It was what was inside me. And I had to dig deep down into who I really was before I could become successful. That was the key. And believe it or not, I've studied human psychology for my whole life. I minored in psychology in school. Believe it or not, my psychology knowledge helped me more in my business than my accounting knowledge. And it was surprising when I learned that it all starts from the inside. So if you can figure out what drives you, it'll drive you to success. It'll literally drive you to success. So now this is, another reason why I say accountants are some of the worst business people that I've ever encountered. They might know accounting, but they really don't know how to run a business. When anybody goes into a business, they automatically run out of time. There's not enough time in the day to run your business. I know Marianne knows this. It becomes time management. It becomes time management. So when I say an accounting system, yeah, accounting is numbers. I know my numbers. We have a good system. But underneath that, behind every dollar that we bill, that we collect, is the time factor. Business owners notoriously do not factor in their own time. So you have to be aware of this. If you want to take advantage of these opportunities, you have to be aware of not only your time, but how much time is being invested by people that are working with you. You need two things to run your business. You need sales and you need positive cash flow. So if you're selling your time for money, you're going to be limited. You're going to be limited, just like I was. I had a very profitable job for decades. That's what my business was. It was just me and my mom, and I kept hitting a ceiling. And I broke through that ceiling when I was able to start hiring the right people. You got to work on your business. A lot of accountants work in their business. You'll be busy doing all the detail work, getting information, doing the accounting work. Very few accountants actually work on their business. What do I mean by that? I mean doing things like writing a book, doing workshops, investing time in social media, sharing your knowledge with people. It's not all about just getting clients and doing the work. If you want to, and what I'm talking about here, let me just be clear. It's okay to go and have a career and work for a firm like Bedrock. I appreciate everybody that works for us. Okay. I appreciate without them putting in their full-time, all of their time, their heart and soul into working just for Bedrock. Like I said, I'm indebted to all of them. That's okay. But if you want to have your own agency and grow and take your business to, unlimited potential, these are some of the things you have to do. If you just decide, listen, we have team members that are just grateful that they could work from home now and be with their family. That's what drove them. That's what drove them. So I'm hoping that as time goes on, they'll want more. They'll want more. They'll say, you know what, this is great working from home, but how do I make more money? How do I expand? How do I build on what I have here? And the way you do it is not only on your business, you work on yourself. Work on yourself. How can we help you start your own business? This, like I said, when I met Mary Ann, we decided to start teaching the people in her group. And there was such a big response. We created a second course. And now we have 4 courses. We have well, we'll go through it. These are some of the things that became the benefits. All I wanted to do was teach them, how to do US accounting. But what happened was our students started getting hired. They started getting hired before the courses were even done. And it wasn't so much that they got the knowledge. A lot of them had the knowledge. What we did was we gave them the how-to. This is what you have to do when you conduct an interview, when you have a prospect. I know Mary Ann is great at that. She is great at when newbies come into her group, she will have free workshops and she'll do a whole thing on LinkedIn, how she gets appointments, how she pitches them, how she controls the interview. And so when you become a student of Bedrock, you get a lot of those perks. We don't just teach you the accounting and tax part of it. We're going to teach you how to communicate with American business owners. See, you have your culture, we have ours. Part of ours is we are brought up, we are taught in the United States to spend more money than we make, believe it or not. That's how the American economy works. So when you get an American businessman, don't be surprised if they have 10, 15, even 20 credit cards. That's normal. It's not normal in the rest of the world, but that's how we operate. And that's why those entrepreneurs need good accountants. They need good guidance. So we are going to teach you how to actually handle these clients, not just get them, but how to handle them. These are 2 of our courses. We have a 5-week tax course where you just, we teach you how to use our tax program, Drake. You get 13 practice returns. And by the time you're done with that 5-week course, you're going to have a good foundation of US taxes. You're going to do simple returns all the way to complicated returns. Our 13-week course, that's the one that I said we created with Mary Ann. That's, like I said, it's a three-month commitment. We meet twice a week, once for a training and once for a review. You get a project, you get a real life business project where you're going to do from the trial balance, the bookkeeping, all the way to doing the tax return. So the people that go through this, again, they wind up with a very good foundation, not only how to do accounting. I think pretty much everyone that joined our courses knew accounting. They knew bookkeeping, so I didn't have to teach them accounting. What I taught them was how to do accounting for an American entrepreneur. Because that's what I know. I've dealt with thousands of American business owners. And we are different, just like any other culture is different. The way that we look at money, the way we handle money, is different from a lot of other places. These are some testimonials. We have a lot of testimonials now, written like this. Yeah, Agnes is one of my favorite students. She's one of these people. She came in, she asks a lot of questions. And that's one of the secrets to landing an American client. We love to talk about ourselves. We love to talk about our businesses. So when you get into an opportunity to either a prospect or an interview, it's simple. It's really simple. You ask the right questions. What are the right questions? That depends on what you want. What I would ask if I was being interviewed, I would ask them if they have any core values. How did they get into this business? Why this business? You get them talking, and then you listen. That's how sales are done. That's how you land clients. If somebody starts telling you their life story, you're in. You got the client. Believe me, I know anytime somebody starts telling me about their history, it's just a matter of working out the details. We do early bird specials. 5-week course is $97. We just finished the course, the last batch. I think it was our 5th or 6th batch. We're talking about when we're going to do the next one. Probably in a couple of weeks, probably the middle of July. So that one you could sign up for only $97. And that's it. Last but not least, I would appreciate if you join our YouTube channel. And when you join the YouTube channel, we put a lot of videos up there. So when you join, you will get you'll get the feed, all the information that we share with the world. And it would help. Let me see if I could find the link to that, and I'll put it in the chat. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Joe. Are you done?
Yes, I am done.
Okay.
Do we have any questions? Any questions, comments, inquiries?
All right. So I think Joe silence means no for this one. So anyway, guys, Joe, so sorry for stealing the floor from you. But we just wanted to thank you for your time tonight. I know that it's already past 9 p.m., but we'd really hope that you would still stay because we have a surprise for you guys and we don't want you to miss out this opportunity. I just wanted to see the hands of newbies here. Like like you don't have any experience with freelancing, and you joined because you wanted to jumpstart your freelancing career. So can I see your virtual hands? Okay, ayan. So marami-rami din. All right. So there are a few or like plenty of you. I know that we have some questions in the chat, and no worries because some of my team members, co-team members will be assisting to your question as well. So allow me to share to you my presentation for tonight. So just hang on one moment. Yeah. So, by the way, sino dito ang, you are happy with what you've heard tonight from Joe? Pwede ba tayo mag-ingay sa comment section? Ayun, dun sa group chat. No, we'd love to hear from you. What's your takeaways? But yeah, while I'm doing that, while I'm about to share my screen, you can drop it in the chat room. How you feel about the presentation, ano yung takeaways mo kumbaga. So, ayan. So, one moment here. Ayan. Okay, so can everyone see my screen already?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So, yeah, this is just going to take like siguro less than 10 minutes. But since you joined this workshop, I believe that, you are the right people that we want to invite. Because Bedrock, we are having an event. But yeah, allow me to present to you our presentation for tonight. So ayan, so we'll go through the slides. So I have some couple of questions that we want to post here. Like this one, are you new to the freelancing world? Okay, so evaluate yourself. Am I that person that's new to the freelancing world? Next is, or you've been in the freelancing world for quite some time and you want to grow. So just like what Joe mentioned earlier during his discussion, that perhaps you are that freelancer that you have just been on a status quo and you felt like you need to level up na, no, in terms of your income, in terms of your earnings, and as well as the people that you're helping. Or perhaps you are that full-time mom or dad, no, and you want time and freedom, to manage your family and still earn an income. No, so maybe you are that parent right now and you are still working in a corporate setting, but you wanted to have a freedom in your time so that you can spend more time taking care of your family. Next is, you are a freelancer who wants to go from earning a 5-digit into a 6-digit income. So are you also that person? Whether you are a young person or an adult or from corporate or unemployed or out of school or just pretty much everyone, no? So just wanted to invite you all, no, to our cue in the drum roll, the Jumpstart Your Freelancing Career Year 2 event. That's your road to 6-figure income. And we would like to formally invite everyone who's joining this webinar. That would be this Saturday. I mean, not this Saturday, but that will be on October 21st. That's Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's happening in Pasig in Joy Nostal Hotel and Suites, Manila. So this is a one-day event created for all Filipino freelancers. Now, we wanted to discuss, but before that, ito pala yung venue of our event. So as you can see, the Team Bedrock has really invested in a nice and a really professional setting because we want to make sure that while we're doing this one-day event for you guys, you are comfortable and, it's really going to be a place of networking. So ito yung a glimpse of what the venue will look like. I know that I'm going too fast, but just slow me down if di na kayo nakakaintindi. Ayan. So why why join? No, why do we encourage you to join? So there are a lot of reasons, but we wanted to cite some few that are important. So first is the networking opportunities. So through this events, no, you get to network with like-minded professionals, potential clients, and industry experts. So as what Joe mentioned earlier, that your network is net worth. Now, if you wanted to really have a thriving career here as a freelancer, you need to be surrounded with the right people. So by the way, itong photo na nakikita nyo, this is a photo from the year 1 of the Jumpstart event. So we had a successful Jumpstart event last year. That's why we're having the second year this October. All right. Next is, hang on. Okay. Nasa na ba yun? Wala yung okay. Here. I can see it fine. Ayan. Okay. So next is, okay, let me know if mahirap akong ano ba yan? Because I'm a Bisaya, so I'm having hard time speaking in Tagalog. Let me know if my connection is not good. Ayun. So next is enhance your professional development. So of course, through this event, you'll be able to hear from the industry professionals and experts, especially for those who aspire to become a tax preparer for US clients. So we highly encourage you. Although this is for everyone, regardless of the niche or regardless of the industry that you want to work for. Ayun. Next is sorry. Go back. Right. So collaboration and partnership opportunities. So as what Joe mentioned earlier, that it's really important that you build relationship with the person that you want to work for. All right. Next is overcome isolation. So, di ba, as a freelancer, we tend to be isolated from the society since, yung nature ng work natin is we always face our laptops, no? So, through this physical event or gathering, mabibreak yung monotony na yun. Na for once, you'll get to go outside and network with fellow freelancers. Ayan. Next is, of course, brand building and visibility. So this is your chance to showcase your expertise and work and establish yourself as an industry professional. You will be more likely to get hired, if if you present yourself or if you showcase yourself, no? Kumbaga, kung pakapalan na tayo ng mukha, for the right reason. Ayan. So, ayun, connect ka with Joe, connect ka kay Coach Yan. And you know what? The best part about this networking is you won't feel intimidated, coming to these individuals because they're so down to earth. So just like John Pagulayan, he's one of our guest speakers last year. And eto siya, nakapag-photo op kaming lahat sa kanya. Ayun. Next is, ayan, personal and professional growth. Of course naman, I believe that in our freelancing journey, you really cannot grow all by yourself. You need the right community to help you grow. And through this physical event, no, you will be connected with the right people. So kaway-kaway sa mga newbies dyan, no? You must be excited because through this, you will get connected to the right people that will help you jumpstart your career. Ayun. If you have any questions, drop mo lang sa chat. Ayan, since we don't have much time already. Ayan, inspiration and motivation. So, of course, one of the things that I'm really proud of our event is we only not teach you how to leverage your income, but as well as how to achieve work-life balance, because we believe that money is not everything. Now, although money is solution to our problems, but for us, we believe that there's more to money. That is why we also have this event to inspire and motivate you in other aspects other than leveraging your income. Ayan, next is Sorry, I went backward. Ayan, of course, eto na yung power lineup of speakers. So this is one of the highlights of our event. We want to make sure that you get the worth of the money that you paid for. That is why hindi basta-basta yung lineup namin, guys. Maniwala kayo. Ayan, so without further ado, so the first one, I believe that you've heard of her multiple times already. Perhaps if you came from Tribe, she's very well known. Her name is Joselle. I think wala nang introduction na kailangan. But just for the sake of this slide, so our first speaker is Joselle. So she's known as personal brand consultant for digital entrepreneurs. And then, ayun, her ikigai, as she says, is her reason for being and her life's everyday purpose. So she's also known as the Inspirepreneur. So despite her despite her condition, it did not let her stop her goals and her dreams and even her passion to help other people. Ayan. So here's Joselle with other known people in the freelancing field. Next is Jack Cantos. Ayan. So Jack Cantos, his story is he went from being a solo freelancer to becoming a full-time agency handling people that's also working for him. So if you are that freelancer and you wanted to start your own agency, not because you wanted to, skyrocket your income, but you see the need of the people that also needs job and you feel like you are that person that who can help them then I encourage you to really join this event kasi marami kang makukuha kay Jack. Ayan, next is of course, ayan, sinong familiar kay Coach Kaji, no? So she is known for her YouTube channel. So she has, I believe, over 3 million views already as of now. And she has a lot of self-help videos on how you can start as a bookkeeper and yeah, all that. So interesting din yung story niya, guys. So if ikaw, newbie ka, or perhaps you're a person that came from a freelancing, from a corporate world, makaka-relate ka ng bongga kay Kaji. So we're so excited to have her speak dito sa event na to. Next is of course, ayan. So i-reveal pa namin yung speaker number 4 namin. So just stay tuned. I believe that all of you here are part of the Accounting People's group. So i-reveal namin siya bukas. That's 6:30 p.m. Okay, and of course, our very own Joe Dichara. Ayan. So, ito talaga yung heart ni Joe na gusto niya talagang tumulong sa mga Filipinos because he believes that Filipino are worth helping. So kahit kahit marami siyang ginagawa, he's a CEO of his own company and he still does certification course kasi para sa kanya gusto niyang makatulong. So he's also going to be our guest speaker and you'll definitely hear a whole lot from him aside from the things that you've already heard now. Ayan, so I'm talking too much, but almost done na ako, guys. So by the way, our tickets have never been more affordable and more convenient for the payment. So during our last year's event, mas mahal yung mga ticket prices namin. But because we wanted it to be more accessible and more affordable for all the Filipino freelancers, that is why, ayan, yun na yun. So eto yon. So we have 2 types of ticket. We have the basic, guys. So that's only 3,000 pesos for the early bird rate. So grab nyo na, guys, no? Before it goes back to its regular. So ito yung inclusion niya. Alright? And actually add on lang talaga to, guys, because the best part here is the benefit talaga, the empowering sessions and as well as the networking. And if you want to also have extra, package sa inclusion, we invite you to also become a VIP. So from 6,500, that's 6,000 only. And ang add-on nito is you will have exclusive networking. So that means that you get to network with our speakers and including Coach Yan, our very own Coach Yan. yan as well in a private dinner setup. And of course, you'll get to have a copy of Joe's new book. Ayan. And of course, we have Bedrock merch, and we have Bedrock t-shirts that we're so excited to share with you. We truly believe na makaka-relate kayo sa mga statement t-shirts namin. Ayan. And of course, the best part for our VIP ticket is installment basis is available, but it's only up until June 26th. So if you want to be that person that wants to be a VIP but you feel like di mo kaya yung 6,000 ng in one time, then I encourage you that you avail of this installment basis payment, which is only up until June 26th. Ayan. Almost done, guys. Different ways to pay. So we have credit and debit card. We have PayPal. And lastly, ayan, due to popular demand, pwede na kayo mag-pay via GCash. How convenient is that, guys? So grab nyo na talaga. And yan. So take a screenshot or take a photo of the code just in case that you're ready to register already via GCash. So ayan. Yan yung code natin. So I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ayan. So I believe that everybody already got a photo of the code. So scan nyo lang yung code niyan and then it will route you to the form wherein you have to fill out for you to pay via GCash. One more note, guys, for the payment basis, GCash is not applicable. So it's only applicable via debit or credit or PayPal if you want to avail the installment. So ito yung code. So that's another code, okay? If you want to pay via debit, credit, or PayPal. So I'll give you 5 seconds to take a screenshot or take a photo of this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ayan. I believe that everybody got the screenshot already. Ayan. And of course, guys, we want it to be as exclusive as possible. So we only have limited seating. So in as much as we wanted to accommodate thousands, no, but we wanted to be as intimate and exclusive as possible para talaga mapagtuunan kayo ng pansin. So we only have limited seating available. So please grab yun na, guys, before it runs out. We don't want you to miss out this one day of life-changing and empowering event. Ayan. And of course, since you are the first one to hear this, you know, in this webinar, the first 50 signups will get priority seating. So you will be seated in the most strategic na lugar wherein it's so comfortable for you to watch the PowerPoint presentation and you'll get close to the speaker. So we have priority seating. And lastly, you'll also get a free 15 minutes one-on-one meeting with Joe. Ayan. So if you're a freelancer and if you want to pick something from Joe's mind, then this is an opportunity for you. So by the way, this is applicable only for non-students, since for the students, those who sign up to the 5-week and the 13-week, they're already eligible for the one-on-one meeting. So di nyo na kailangan to, guys. So this is for the non-students. You wanted to pick Joe's brain, then you get a free 15 minutes if you are one of the first 50 to sign up. Ayan. And of course, if you have any questions, ayan, no, we don't have time anymore. So ano na lang. I-email nyo na lang ako sa hannibal@bedrockbusinessbuilders.com. Ayan. So, okay. So, I'll give you 5 seconds to screenshot this. Ayan. So, again, that's hannibal@bedrockbusinessbuilders.com. I also invite you to join our group, Tax Preparers Entrepreneurs, because we also constantly update there, and as well as in the Accounting People, since Accounting Peoples is our affiliate group as well. Ayan. And okay, so don't miss this event, you guys. Again, that's Jumpstart Your Freelancing Career Year 2. So you still have, ano pa ba tayo ngayon? June, July, August, September. Guys, may 3 months pa kayo para, para mag-prepare and all that. And yeah, I think that's it for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and we are really looking forward to meeting you all guys sa aming event. We're so excited to hear from you, especially for our newbies. So, do you guys have any questions regarding what we just discussed? Baka nahihiya lang kayo. Don't be afraid, guys. This is, we would love to hear your inquiries. Sige. If nahiya kayong magsalita, then you can just chat it.
Yeah, so can I chime in now, Belle?
Yes, Joan, go
Can I
ahead.
interrupt you now since you interrupted? That was wonderful. I had no idea that you were even going to do that. And you know, that's the power of having a team, people around you that care about what we're doing and put the time and effort in. I didn't ask Belle or Janine to do that. But they know me. They know me by now, so that was really good. You know, we don't just for transparency sake, we don't make money on this event. It actually cost us money. And the event, like a lot of things that we do, wasn't planned. It was when we did it last year, it sort of like just took on a life of its own. It started out as me just coming to visit our team. And then, you know, then I wanted to meet some of the students, and it became an event that Janine, Belle, and Corrine put on. I don't know how they put it on because there wasn't a lot of time to plan it. But what happened, the result was there were a couple of people that attended the event that heard what we were doing. They took our course, and now they're actually full-time team members. That wasn't our plan. It just happened. And that's pretty much what I learned in the science of getting rich. Also, some of you, I saw there were questions about how do you become an intern. We pick our interns from our students. And we don't even actually advertise or put out there that we're looking for another full-time team members, because we get them right from our interns. So, you know, I make no promises. All I could tell you is that the opportunities are there. And also I saw there was some comments in the chat about, you know, how my commitment to the Philippine people. And I just want to talk about that for a second. You know, I learned a long time ago from people that helped me that you got to give back. You got to give back. And that's what I love doing. I love giving back because the laws of attraction just keep sending it right back to me. That was one thing I didn't cover in the presentation. You know, when it comes down to it, it's all about service. It's about helping people. Being an entrepreneur, I want to help people and make money. So I have a pretty good gig right now. I get to help a lot of people. We're growing, and I want to just keep that up. And none of this would have been possible without my team members. Belle, Janine, all of the accounting people, our interns. This is a team effort. Accounting is, any business is a team sport. So, you know, I hope that you got something out of this. I see a lot of people are still here. I appreciate you all staying till the end. And I hope that I see you at the event. I hope that some of you sign up for our classes. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Thank you, everyone.
Joe, sorry, Joe. Before we let everyone leave, I just wanted to also let you know, guys, that we are going to have another workshop next month, and this is intended for newbies. So if you have your friends that also wanted to jumpstart their freelancing career, invite them as early as now. We'll also send you an email about that. And yeah, and can we take a photo, group photo, just to cement this, wonderful time that we have tonight? Ayan. If it's okay, can we ask everyone to open their camera para naman makita namin yung mga kagandahan at kagwapuhan nyo. Ayan. Alright, perfect. Ayan. So, okay. So, ready na ba ang lahat? Ayan. Baka may gusto pa mag-open ng camera. Okay, so at the count of 3, hold your pose. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hang on. I'll have to save it first. Okay. Okay, next may another window pa. Okay, at count of 3, hold your pose. 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Okay, perfect. Ayan. So, yeah, I think I pretty much got the photos. And Joe, is it okay, Joe, that we end this with a word of prayer?
Of
Para
course.
bongga na. Ayan.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody, let's all bow down our heads and let's pray. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you, Lord, for the success of this workshop, Lord. We want to thank you for everyone who allotted their precious time to be with us tonight, Father. And I just pray, Lord, that even for those who are seeking for a job, I pray, Lord, for providing the job that they need, Father God. And even thank you for the provision, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for the knowledge and the wisdom that you will bestow upon these people, Father. And even, Lord, for Joe, Lord, and for the Team Bedrock and for Coach Yanyan, Lord. We just want to thank you, Lord, for the success of tonight, Lord. And even for those who are working tonight, may you give them the strength that they need. Thank you, Lord, for sustaining them. And even for those who are resting tonight, give them a good night's sleep, Lord. We apply your blood, Jesus, all over everyone here. We give you thanks, we give you praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you,
Amen.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you also. Thank you very much.
Welcome, guys. Send lang kayo ng email if you have questions.
Hope to see you sa event. See you all.